he says that he will come back and fight his way to WrestleMania because that is a dream that he's had since he was a kid. And that is when Drew McIntyre decided, you know what? I choose violence today on this Monday. And I was like, you know what?
chose so much violence. So much violence. And then start his Tuesday with some violence. I mean, the violence is continuing.
This man is a king. This man is on top of the world right now. The funniest part about it is like technically he should be like the top heel and he's not. Like, even if you watch the main event last night, he's getting set up for the Claymore and he does the 1, 2, 3. Everybody in the crowd is chanting with him. And I'm like, but you guys, what? You guys were just booing him and hating on him at the beginning of the show, and then 3 hours later, you're like, yeah! It's like,
I would be throwing up the 1, 2, 3. I mean,
yeah, even though he just took your favorite out, but you know,
I did, but that's the thing. That's the beauty of wrestling. It makes me forget.
You're like short-term memory within the span of 2 hours. I'm already forgetting.
I'm already from 3, 2.
Yeah. So Drew comes out, and I was like, "Hey, bae," and he said, you know, I have said some terrible things about you in the past. And even though I meant every single one of them, and I still think that you are a poison, a cancer to our locker room, I kind of feel bad for you, but I also relate to what you're saying. And then he goes in and says how he's kind of been, you know, on a journey recently. And he says, I don't know what I believe in. I went through some changes recently, and I have never been much of a spiritual person, but I want you to know that I prayed for this and it happened. And
that hit like crack. That was the ending that hit like crack because that line was cold.
I targeted you, then I heard the news and I slept like a baby. And I was like, Drew is bringing the heat, brother. I was obsessed. So he keeps going. And he says that he exorcised the demon CM Punk, and now he's going to have to find his way back to the main event at WrestleMania. He says, now I am going to find a way into the world title match at WrestleMania, and I'm going to go and main event, and I am going to live CM Punk's dream again. And then he goes and attacks Punk. He's just like, because Punk was like, when I come back, I'm going straight after you. And Drew's like, I don't whatever. And then he goes after Punk, goes after his arm. Sammy ends up coming out. They end up announcing that they will be in a match later. But okay.
He was stomping on his arm.
As I'm going to say this every single week. This is going to be the new your line about the bloodline story is the best story in wrestling. Drew McIntyre is doing the best work of his career right now. And I feel like it's so underappreciated. It's like people aren't recognizing like how good this actually is, you know? And I don't know why. I feel like this was a good move for them to try and get more heat on Drew. And even if it didn't work for a full 3 hours, him going toe to toe, face to face with Punk and like pulling the whole Santos Escobar, I hope your leg is amputated type of thing.
Yeah, it was pretty close to it.
It was just a good move, I feel like.